Pipeline. So I'm going to show you OG pipeline where I started, and then I graduated into using my team used Trello for pipeline management. We've used CRMs for pipeline management. My lesson to you is decide what it is that you want from your pipeline management. What things do you need to track, and build something manual that you can track, so that way when you graduate to, a system that has more bells and whistles, you know exactly what you want to use. So that way you're not distracted by, shiny new things, but start with the bare bones, start with the basic. Okay, so this is an old pipeline report, as you can see, it's from 2019. And I've blurred out borrower names here. But you can see on here, these are the things that I wanted to track. So I have the source, like where I got the lead, borrower's name, loan number, loan amount, whether we're doing a purchase or refinance. Then I also wanted to track certain dates. So this is when it when it got set up. This is when it was approved or suspended. This was when so this says appraisal is ordered. Appraisal came in. This has a property inspection waiver, so we didn't need an appraisal. This is when escrow got open. I just have check marks here. HOA docs were not needed. The VOE. Some of these I just have X's. You may want to put dates instead of X's so that you know when something was done. Initial CD. So this was just sort of like a checklist type pipeline tool where I just checked mark, off things that were done. Okay. Prior to doc, they were done or they were a work in progress. This is the day the docs went out. This is the day it funded. This was when, so you would put this in earlier. So you may want to put this column up here, towards the front instead of towards the back or towards the end. The close of escrow date, where I'm in an escrow state. So the closing date or the expiration date, whatever your deadline is, you could put that here. And then I used to track how many days it took from like setup to funded. So I used to track, so that way I could determine my average of how long it was taking things to close. So that's something that I did back in 2019. Things have changed since then, but let me check and see. This was like a closing. This looks like these are things that closed, whereas this was more active because I have notes here. So I have like the name of who the processor was, because you may have different processors, depends on your structure. Then I have notes here. So like, okay, this one's pending clear to close. This one, maybe they're deciding if they're going with another lender. This is pending funding. This one we were waiting for builder approval. This one we're waiting for prior to doc conditions. These are new files that have just been set up. So depending on what you want to track, you can build out a spreadsheet. And this is what I recommend. Build out a spreadsheet of things that you want to track, dates that you need to be aware of. Build it all manually so that when you switch to something that maybe is more automated, you know exactly what it is that you want. It's exactly what it is that you're looking for, instead of trying to build onto a platform that you also have to learn that. So sometimes when you're switching to like a CRM or some kind of pipeline management tool or project management tool like Trello, ClickUp, Monday.com, you could use any of those types of tools. What am I trying to say here? You may have a learning curve on the software itself. So if you're overwhelmed with, I got to learn how to use this system, but also manage the pipeline, just first focus on managing the pipeline. Okay, put all your loans in here. Figure out, okay, what are the deadlines I need to adhere to? When do I need to get the closing disclosure out? When do I need to get the initial CD out? When does the appraisal need to be ordered, et cetera, like all those things. And then track it on like a Google Sheet or a spreadsheet. What I'm going to do is I'm going to delete this. I'll make a Google Sheet for y'all. So that way you can download it. You could start with this and then build it out the way that you want to. And once you're comfortable managing a pipeline on just a simple spreadsheet, then you could graduate to things where you may want to add more tools, bells and whistles, and all that jazz. All right. Yeah. If you have any questions about it, let me know. And then next up, I'm working on a video where I'm showing you our old Trello board where you can see how we manage the pipeline there.